It's trout derby time. What we have here is a little wildflower called Dutchman's Breeches. You can see it gets its name from its kind of irregular shaped flowers, which are shaped, I guess, like an upside down pair of pants. And its leaves are really easy to tell. They're compound with very indented leaflets. There on the left you see the Dutchman's Breeches, and on the right some more spring beauties. This is the great trillium, one of the largest and more showy wildflowers around here, and it's very easy to identify. It comes up in 3 leaves and then 3 petals to the flower, and sometimes they come up pink, but mostly they're white. And they come up and they only flower for a little bit, but they're pretty prolific when they do, at least on this hillside. Probably be tough to see in the camera, but this entire hillside here in this valley is covered with Dutchman's Breeches, spring beauties, and great trilliums. Here's great trillium and Dutchman's Breeches growing side by side. Here we have a mayapple just popping up, and these mayapple, they'll come up and they'll produce either 1 large leaf, or they'll come up and they'll split and produce 2 large leaves. Now, only the ones that produce the 2 leaves will actually flower and produce a fruit. And these fruits, we'll check in about a month with the mayapples when they're flowering, and they produce this little fruit. And the fruit is actually edible, but the rest of the plant is actually poisonous. So just popping out of the ground. We'll discuss them more later once they start getting their fruits and their flowers. This blue evergreen is called periwinkle or myrtle, and it is an introduced species, escaped from gardens. And here it's formed a mat along this old stone walkway. But it's pretty much relegated just to this little area, so not really causing a problem for us, and it is quite beautiful. So here's a good look at a mayapple that will produce a flower. So you can see it has a branching stalk right there, and so instead of 1 coming up, it has these 2, and right there, that little guy right there will produce that white flower, which will then in turn produce the fruit, the berry. And so yeah, only these with the branching 2 leaves will produce the fruit. This flower here is called the bluelet, and it's usually found in kind of open fields, more drier areas. Just very small. Now here we have the dandelion, very familiar to most, and it's growing in this field along with some violets there, some common violets, so we've been collecting those. And the dandelion is kind of a more familiar edible. The best part of the dandelions are the young shoots growing out of the middle here, and also way down in the middle, if you can see at the base, the new flowers there grow out of those buds. And those crowns are really good and good for you. And so to dig out those crowns are delicious. Now today I'm going to be collecting the flowers to make a dandelion wine. So it's going to take a lot of flowers, but luckily for me, this whole field is full of them. Now the root of the dandelion is a large taproot. And when dug up, it can be dried out in the oven, roasted, and then ground, and then used almost like a coffee, just like a chicory root would be. So I'm going to wait until later in the season to dig up some taproot. So today I'm just focused on the flower. So here's a really exciting find. This is the common strawberry. So the strawberries that you would buy on the store would come from this wild species. You can see there, the fruit of the strawberry will come from that flower right there. That's dandelion. There's the strawberry leaves. And there's this nice little patch all around here. So I'm really excited I found that. And I'm going to keep my eye on it. And hopefully in a few months we'll have fresh strawberries from this little patch. So what we got here is a catch of rainbow trout that we got from a stocked ODNR stream. To see the stocking dates and locations, just go to the ODNR address. Get out there and get you some fresh fish. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on and let the waves just sweep along, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. My old gal's a good old pal, and she looks just like waterfowl, and I get them deep river blues. Ain't no one to cry for me, and all them fish go on a spree when I got them river blues. So let it rain and let it pour and let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on and let the waves just sweep along, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. Give me back my old boat, I'm gonna sail it if she'll float, 'cause I got them deep river blues. I'm going back to Muscle Shoals, yeah, times are better there I'm told, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. Well, if my boat sinks with me, well, I'll go down now, don't you see, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. Now I'm gonna say goodbye, and if I sink, just let me die, 'cause I've got them deep river blues. So let it rain and let it pour and let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep
river blue. Let the rain drive right on and let the wave just sweep along, 'cause I've got the deep river blue.
So we're here at Beaver Creek State Park in Ohio, near East Liverpool. This is the Beaver Creek, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day. We just paddled down the creek and then hiked back up. We got a lot of rain yesterday, and so the creek is really flowing. And we're going to explore a little bit. All along the riverbed, there's just these massive, massive sycamores. Now, following along the creek, this is the Sandy and Beaver Canal, which would have connected into Bolivar, which would have connected to the Ohio Erie Canal. You can see this is one of the locks. You can see there, those are the massive gates that would have been swung open or closed to, fill it up or empty it, depending on which way in the canal you were going. It's incredible. The structure is still just perfect. Now we're here at Gaston's Mill, which was built in 1830 and was powered by the water here of the creek, and it was shut down in 1920. Now here's a look at the mill itself. This is how they would have generated the power. Water flushing through that, turning the wheel. Been incredible to see this in operation. So this is kind of a man-made reservoir here, and what it's doing is it's filtering the water into this area, kind of collection area, and then it's controlled, or at least would have been in the time of operation, by that little gate right there. When you open the gate, the water would have poured in through here, this channel, and then gone over and powered that wheel that we just saw.